I was actually at Baton Rouge, Louisiana last night, actually just a few hours ago, finished the show, and I told my crew, get your ass in gear, we gotta get to Nashville, because we're coming up there to talk about The Walking Dead. So, we're here, baby. And go Preds! Go Preds! Hell yeah! So I had the pleasure of meeting this gentleman a few times, actually. He came up to my house one night. We had a cigar and a little Crown Royal whiskey together. And then I got to see him at a charity event here in Nashville. And then he actually came to Las Vegas when I opened up a bar out there called Redneck Riviera. He opened up the bar with me and partied with me out there. And then invited me to be on this panel to talk about The Walking Dead. So it's my honor to introduce this fella to you, Michael Cutlets. Put your hands together. Big boy. Big man.
Just got back from Chicago. We're meeting the band. We're playing. Oh, shush.
Had a late night.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm pumped.
Awesome.
So how do these go? How does this work?
So we are going to talk about all things Walking Dead. So I'm gonna flip it a little on him. Who are your favorite characters?
I would say your character is probably my favorite character. No shit, because when he showed up on screen and just started, kicking ass right off the bat, I went, that guy reminds me a lot of the guys I grew up with, like this hard-nosed, loud, gonna take care of business kind of guy, dude. Honestly, I loved when you came out, and it was like the big badass American patriot showing up to kick those dead guys' ass. It was great.
Awesome.
Right? Didn't y'all feel like that when you saw him? Yeah.
So on the season 7 first
Daryl.
episode.
You and Daryl.
Who doesn't like
Daryl,
Daryl,
right?
right?
Brigade,
Like, screw that Negan guy. Like, we don't care about him. Jeffrey Dean, like, whatever. Jeffrey Dean Morgan! We hate you. So when the season opened up this year, were you surprised with what happened?
Yeah, I was. The whole thing continues to be shocking to me. My dad's a preacher and been a preacher his whole life, like a fire and brimstone kind of preacher, So every time I watch The Walking Dead, it's almost like a version of Revelation, like the tribulation or something. So, I look at it at such an interesting angle, I think, that, what would actually happen if that happened or something similar to it happened. And so, for me, the surprises are what's probably the most realistic part about it is, in that situation, you never know what's going to happen next. And the most unsuspected thing is probably the most likely thing to happen.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about the show is that when we go through, the same cycle of sort of we get in peril, things go really, really bad, then we come out of it. But the awesome thing is that the cast changes, so you get to see how different people handle that. How many out there were truly surprised about the opener in season 7 and didn't blow it on the internet? Yeah, like 7 people. But it's like, yeah, I knew. Like, I didn't care. Glenn died like 3 times, whatever. We mourned Glenn's death. He's under the dumpster. There was no dumpster out there. All right.
How many people hit the pause button like every half second trying to pause it as the thing's coming down? Right? Sick. Here's the craziest thing. When you're sitting on an airplane like Southwest Airlines, you're flying somewhere, and you downloaded that episode, and you're sitting there, and they finally let you bring your laptop out, you set it down on a little thing, you got your Dr. Pepper and your peanuts, and you're sitting there, and it gets to that, you can feel people looking over your shoulder going, oh my God, what is he watching on his computer, right? They're freaking out, and you're sitting there pausing it, backing it up, pausing it, backing it up, pausing it.
I'm just getting this image of John sitting on Southwest Airlines in my head, like all you guys do. I don't know if that's happening or not.
Southwest, baby. Taxi in the sky, taxi in the sky.
Go for the seat near the wing with no seat in front of it. It's the best seat in the house.
I have a question for you. How much, how much did you know that you were going to be? How far out did they tell you you were going to be out?
We were in the middle of shooting season 6, or at the beginning of shooting season 6, I should say. I was up visiting my son up in San Jose, and I got a call in end of July, and they were like, "Yeah, Scott wants to see you next week." Now, I've been on the show for 2.5 years already. Scott never wanted to see me. So I was like, "Oh, this is not good." And it was a Friday. So I was like, all right. Called back the guy who called me from the office. I said, "What is this about?" He said, no, they'll talk to you next week. He's like, "Have Scott call me." So Scott calls me back, and he's like, no, I'll meet you next week. I go, "Scott, am I off the show?" He's like, "Well, let's just talk next week." I said, "Dude, it's the weekend. I don't want to be thinking about this all weekend." I said, "If I'm off the show, it's fine." Boo.
We love you.
Hey, who are the assholes walking up the side? Hey, you need to make a decision what the hell you're doing. You're like Eugene, except like more vocal. "I'm with you guys, no, don't kill me. I'm with you guys, no, don't kill me." You know what? Get out of here. "Hey, Dwight, you still ironing the clothes?" He's like, "No, but I'm still alive." So anyway, Scott told me I was dead. But I found out about 3 months before we shot that episode. Which for you guys, we weren't sure if we were going to do it at the end of the season or the beginning of the next. Wound up doing it at the beginning of the next. So those 3 months before we shot it, and then the 5 months after before we started the next season, and then the full 7 months around. So I knew for a year and a half before you guys found out. So sorry about that.
So when I met you, you knew.
Yeah.
Because I met him, I was asking like 100 questions. He just kept sipping his whiskey like, I don't know. He's not telling me something, man, I don't know. Yeah. I think one reason why I like The Walking Dead so much is I've spent 23 years in the music industry. There's a lot of similarities to seeing Music Row and a bunch of artists that just lost their record deals walking down the street looking for something to eat, and I did, by the way, I brought, if I'm ever asked to come on the show, I did bring my Walking Dead, yeah, there you go, you might want to.
Just want to play
just in case.
Oh, jeez. Does it work?
How many of y'all want to be a zombie in the show? See? That'll do it right there.
We're just gonna, all day long. See, we know we're in Nashville. Awesome. Do you guys want to, let's open this up for some questions from y'all. And you can ask me or John, obviously, questions. Please do.
Supposed to have your baby, man.
Gonna have to take that for a test run.